You think WD-40 is just for squeaky hinges, but that $6 can could be the difference between years of effortless driving and a repair bill bigger than your car. Used correctly, it can save you thousands. Used wrong, it can wreck brakes, seals, and even transmissions. In this video, we're breaking down the smartest WD-40 hacks and the deadly mistakes mechanics never want you to learn. Let's dive in. Finding vacuum leaks. Ever notice your engine idling weirdly, sputtering at stoplights, or suddenly flashing a check engine light? Many people don't realize that one of the most overlooked reasons for this is a vacuum leak. These leaks are tiny, hidden, and can throw off your air-fuel ratio, killing gas mileage, reducing performance, and eventually hurting your wallet. This is where WD-40 comes in handy. Spray it around vacuum hoses while the engine is running, and if the idle changes, you've found the leak. It's being sucked in, temporarily sealing the gap. No expensive scanner, no guesswork, just you and a $6 can, potentially saving a $150 diagnostic bill and avoiding engine damage that could cost thousands. Here's a bonus tip. Unlike carb cleaner, WD-40 isn't a fire hazard and is safe around sensors and plastics, making it perfect for tight spots. A well-known mechanic, Scotty Kilmer, has relied on this method for decades, and he swears by it. You fix the airflow. Now let's move on to another common headache under the hood: jammed bolts. 12. The jammed bolt miracle. Picture this: you're changing your oil or fixing something under the hood, and then it happens. Every DIY mechanic's nightmare: a rusted bolt that's completely frozen in place. The mechanic wants to charge you extra labor because it's badly seized. Some might even claim it needs to be drilled out, which means a much bigger bill. Here's what you should do instead. Soak that stubborn bolt in WD-40 and wait about 15 minutes. Don't skip the wait. The penetrating oil needs time to creep into the threads. Once time's up, try loosening the bolt again. If it's still jammed, spray on a little more WD-40 and lightly tap the bolt with a hammer. That vibration helps the oil work its way deeper. This method works on lug nuts, exhaust bolts, engine bolts, basically any fastener that refuses to budge. You'll cut down on labor costs and avoid snapping bolts that could turn a simple fix into a costly headache. Now buckle up, because the next WD-40 trick I'm about to reveal has saved people thousands in electrical repairs, and your wallet's going to love this one. 11. Electrical system saver. Your car's wiring and connectors are constantly under attack from moisture, and when corrosion sets in, weird issues start popping up. The radio might randomly shut off, headlights could flicker, or worse, your car might refuse to start entirely. Electrical problems scare most car owners because they seem confusing and costly to fix. But here's what many don't realize. WD-40 works amazingly well for cleaning electrical connections. Just spray it on corroded battery terminals, fuse box connectors, or any plug showing that green or white buildup. The corrosion will wipe off effortlessly, and WD-40 will keep moisture damage from coming back. It's especially effective on spark plug wires and ignition coil connectors. Faulty electrical connections can cause engine misfires, bad fuel economy, and even serious engine damage. Keeping them clean and protected prevents issues that could cost hundreds to diagnose and repair. And speaking of costly, the next trick tackles one of the most expensive engine problems you can face. 10. The engine knock killer. Engine knock is one of the scariest noises your car can make. That metallic pinging or tapping sound often signals costly internal engine damage. Most mechanics will say it's time for a full engine rebuild, a repair that can set you back thousands. But before you freak out, try this. While some DIYers recommend pouring fuel additives to reduce engine knock, there's a safer WD-40 method. Lightly spray it on spark plug threads or around ignition parts to eliminate moisture problems. For real knocking issues, always inspect your fuel quality or talk to a mechanic. Still, there's something far more important sitting in your engine bay, and most drivers don't notice it until disaster strikes. 9. The throttle body cleaner. Your throttle body regulates how much air flows into your engine, and when it gets dirty, your car starts misbehaving. You might experience rough idling, sluggish acceleration, or lower fuel efficiency. Most repair shops will charge anywhere from $150 to $300 to clean the throttle body, insisting it needs special tools and solutions. But here's what your mechanic won't tell you. You can easily clean it yourself using WD-40. Find your throttle body. It's typically a circular part attached to the air intake. Detach the intake tube and spray WD-40 directly onto the throttle plate and nearby surfaces. Then grab an old toothbrush to scrub off the carbon buildup. Wipe everything down with a clean rag afterwards. This quick 15-minute fix can revive your engine's performance and help boost fuel economy. Over time, carbon buildup restricts airflow, forcing your engine to work harder and burn more fuel. A clean throttle body means smoother performance and fewer fuel stops at the gas station. And while a spotless throttle body is cute, just wait until you see what WD-40 can do for your car's most important safety feature. The next part might either turn you into a WD-40 believer or make you rethink every car maintenance choice you've ever made in your whole driving career. 8. The brake squeal preventer. Ever had brakes that scream louder than a horror movie? That high-pitched squeal isn't just annoying, it's downright embarrassing. Most drivers instantly assume they need brand new brake pads, which can set you back anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on your vehicle. But squealing brakes often aren't caused by worn pads at all. The real culprits are vibration and slight corrosion in the brake hardware. WD-40 can help loosen and clean components like caliper pins, pad clips, and slides when they're rusty or stuck. Once they're clean, make sure to apply proper high-temperature brake grease on those contact points. And remember, never ever spray WD-40 directly on the brake pad friction material or rotors. This trick is about lubricating the mechanical parts, not coating the braking surfaces. This method can silence brake noise and extend the lifespan of your braking system by reducing wear caused by corrosion and vibration. But always have your brakes inspected. Now, here's where things take a wild turn, because what comes next is a car owner's worst nightmare, a universal problem that's been haunting drivers since engines were invented. And trust me, you've probably been handling it completely wrong. 7. The window mechanism rescuer. Nothing's more annoying than a window that refuses to roll up or down, especially when it's stuck open during bad weather. Mechanics often quote anywhere from $300 to $600 to replace the entire window regulator, claiming the mechanism needs to be replaced. But before you hand over that cash, try this. Remove your door panel. It's usually held by a few screws and clips, and find the window assembly. Spray WD-40 on all moving parts, including the tracks, cables, and pivot points. Then move the window up and down several times to spread the lubricant evenly. In most cases, the issue isn't a mechanical failure, it's simply dried out grease or light corrosion. WD-40 seeps deep into the parts and restores smooth motion. This trick works for both manual and power windows. You'll be surprised how many dead windows spring back to life after this quick fix. It's one of those repairs that sounds complex but turns out simple once you know what's really going on. And just wait, because the next part of your car I'm about to talk about is even more forgotten, and it's been quietly waiting to get revenge. 6. The hood hinge hero. A hood that creaks, sticks, or feels heavy when you lift it isn't just irritating, it's a warning sign that the hinges are wearing down. If ignored, those hinges can eventually fail or snap, turning into a costly and potentially dangerous problem. The fix couldn't be simpler. Just spray WD-40 directly on all the hinge joints and pivot points, then raise and lower the hood several times to spread the lubricant evenly. Don't forget the hood struts, the gas springs that keep your hood open. Give their mounting points and pivots a light spray too. This 5-minute maintenance step can add years to your hood hardware's life. Properly greased hinges operate smoothly and resist premature wear, saving you anywhere from $200 to $400 in repairs later. But speaking of moving parts, there's one hidden mechanism quietly waiting to strike when you least expect it, right when you're in a rush. Want to know what it is? 5. The Door Lock Hero. Your car's door locks face constant exposure to dirt, moisture, and harsh weather. When they start to stick or get tough to turn, most people ignore it, until they're either locked out or can't properly secure their car. A locksmith visit can easily run between $100 and $200, and replacing the locks can cost even more. But here's a simple prevention trick you should be doing. Every couple of months, spray a small burst of WD-40 into each door lock and the trunk lock. Then, insert your key and turn it a few times to spread the lubricant evenly through the mechanism. Do this on both the inside and outside locks. WD-40 drives out moisture and keeps the internal parts moving freely, protecting them from rust and corrosion. This is especially crucial in cold or salty climates where locks can seize up fast. A few minutes of maintenance can save you hours of frustration and hundreds in repair bills. Now buckle up, because the next 4 tricks are where things get serious. 1 prevents total engine failure. 1 could save you from a humiliating roadside moment. And the last one, it's about a hidden culprit silently wrecking your car as we speak. 4. The Air Filter Extender. Air filters might look basic, but a clogged one can reduce your engine's power, reduce fuel efficiency, and even cause internal damage. Most people simply replace them once they look dirty, but there's actually a way to make them last longer and work better. When your air filter starts to look dusty but isn't completely blocked, take it out and spray a light coat of WD-40 from the clean side. The WD-40 helps capture smaller particles and can even boost filtration efficiency. Let it sit for a few minutes before reinstalling. This method works particularly well with reusable filters. That thin layer of WD-40 acts like a sticky agent, allowing the filter to catch more debris and extend the interval between cleanings or replacements, while improving engine protection. Just keep in mind this trick is for prolonging filter life, not skipping proper maintenance. You'll still need to replace or deep clean it eventually, and wait till you see what's next. It's the one spot almost everyone ignores. 3. The Fuel Injector Protector. Modern engines rely on fuel injectors that deliver precise amounts of fuel into the engine. But when those injectors get dirty or clogged, your engine starts to run poorly, burns more fuel, and risks internal damage. Professional injector cleaning can set you back $200 to $400, while replacing them can cost thousands. Instead of spending that kind of money, use WD-40 to keep your throttle body, intake, and outer fuel components spotless. A clean system prevents buildup that eventually clogs injectors. For cleaning inside the tank, always use a proper fuel system cleaner designed for that purpose. WD-40 works here because it contains solvents that break down gum and varnish deposits while also lubricating fuel system components to minimize wear and extend lifespan. Consistent use of this technique helps maintain a clean fuel system and smooth engine performance. But don't go overboard. Too much of a good thing can cause problems. And speaking of problems, up next is the overlooked mistake that's been silently ruining cars right under their owners' noses. 2. The Wiper Blade Reviver. Ever turned on your wipers only to have them smear more than they clear? Before buying new blades, try this. Wiper replacements cost $20 to $50 each, but WD-40 can bring old ones back to life. Spray a bit onto a cloth and wipe down the rubber edges of your wiper blades. It removes dirt, grime, and oxidation, softening the rubber and restoring flexibility. Clean the windscreen afterwards to remove any residue. This trick can buy you months of extra life from your blades and clearer vision during rainstorms. Just don't spray WD-40 directly on the windscreen or you'll have streaks for days. Now, brace yourself for the grand finale. The ultimate car hack I've saved for last. Paint protection that can prevent thousands in damage. And trust me, you won't believe how simple it is. 1. The paint protection secret. Your car's paint is constantly under attack from road salt, bird droppings, tree sap, and nearly every kind of contaminant imaginable. Once that paint gets damaged, professional repairs can easily run into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But WD-40 can actually help protect and revive your car's finish in ways most people would never expect. For small scratches or light scuffs, just spray a bit of WD-40 onto a clean cloth and gently rub it over the area. The oils inside WD-40 can fill in those tiny marks and bring back the shine to faded paint. When it comes to tougher spots like tar or tree sap, spray WD-40 directly on the stain, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then wipe it clean. It also works incredibly well for removing sticky residues left behind by decals, tape, or stickers. Instead of scraping and risking paint damage, WD-40 safely dissolves the adhesive. As a layer of short-term protection, you can even use WD-40 as a temporary paint shield in harsh conditions. A light mist over your car's exterior before driving through construction zones or salty roads can help prevent damage and make cleanup much easier later. But here's where it gets risky, because this is exactly the point where car owners either turn into heroes or fall victim to one of the costliest mistakes in automotive history. So let's talk about the 3 deadliest mistakes that 70% of car owners are making right now. You've learned these powerful, money-saving tricks, but now it's time to understand the dangerous errors that could actually destroy your car. These are popular tips shared all over the internet, but in reality, they're expensive and damaging misconceptions. Mistake 1. Never spray WD-40 directly onto your brake pads or rotors. This is arguably the most dangerous and expensive mistake people make with WD-40, and shockingly, it happens all the time. Every year, countless DIY mechanics commit this deadly error after hearing squeaky brakes and thinking, "I'll just spray some WD-40 to stop the noise." Here's the horrifying truth. This single mistake can cost lives. Yours, your passengers, and even innocent drivers on the road. That's not an exaggeration. It's a documented fact that has resulted in severe accidents, lawsuits, and even deaths. What actually occurs when you spray WD-40 on squeaky brakes is far worse. Your brakes function on one basic principle: friction. When you press the pedal, hydraulic pressure pushes the brake pads against the spinning rotors, and that friction converts your vehicle's kinetic energy into heat, bringing it to a safe stop. But WD-40 is designed to do the exact opposite. It's formulated to reduce friction and form a slick barrier between surfaces. So when it's sprayed on brake components, you're effectively removing your car's ability to stop. It's like trying to brake on ice, but even worse because ice still provides some grip. The total cost of this mistake can range anywhere from $800 to $2,500 per axle, depending on your vehicle. And for a complete 4-wheel brake system replacement, you could be facing $1,500 to $4,000 in repairs, all from a 5-second decision that seemed completely harmless. Mistake 2. Never use WD-40 as engine oil or transmission fluid. It sounds like common sense, yet you'd be surprised how many people still make this catastrophic mistake. Some DIY mechanics think WD-40 can act as a quick substitute for engine oil in an emergency, while others believe it's useful for flushing out old oil before a change. But this is automotive suicide. WD-40 is a lightweight, penetrating lubricant made to free stuck parts and push out moisture. It's not designed to endure the brutal conditions inside an engine or transmission, where temperatures soar beyond 250 degrees Fahrenheit and internal pressures hit thousands of psi. Here's what really happens when you try it. Within minutes of running the engine, the WD-40 breaks down completely, leaving metal parts grinding metal on metal with zero lubrication. Bearings seize, pistons gouge cylinder walls, and the crankshaft locks up, ending with a dreadful grinding sound before the engine dies entirely. The same destruction hits your transmission since WD-40 lacks the critical additives needed for hydraulic pressure, clutch engagement, and gear protection. A transmission rebuild can run between $3,000 and $5,000, and a full engine replacement can cost anywhere from $4,000 to $12,000. This mistake has destroyed countless vehicles and left owners with repair bills higher than the car's worth. Trust me, you do not want to be one of them, right? Good. Mistake 3. Never spray WD-40 on rubber seals or gaskets regularly. This one's tricky because, unlike the first two mistakes, it doesn't cause instant obvious damage. Instead, it creates a slow, creeping problem that can take months or even years to show up, making it nearly impossible to trace back to the real cause. It's especially dangerous for door seals, window seals, engine gaskets, transmission seals, and differential seals. Modern vehicles depend on dozens of precision rubber seals to keep fluids, air, dirt, and moisture exactly where they belong. Once those seals start to deteriorate chemically, the chain reaction can be both destructive and expensive. Door and window seals that have been degraded by WD-40 will eventually let water seep into your car's interior, potentially causing thousands in damage to electronics, upholstery, and carpeting. Water intrusion can short out computer modules, corrode wiring harnesses, and even lead to mold growth that makes the vehicle unsafe or impossible to sell. What makes this mistake so dangerous is that by the time you notice the leaks or damage, it's already too late. The harm is done. Replacing failed seals often requires taking apart major parts of the car, with repair costs ranging anywhere from $500 to $3,000, depending on which seals were affected and how far the damage spread before being discovered. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found these tips useful, drop a comment below and let us know. Want to see the next video? Click on the one to your left. And if you don't want to miss out on more hidden hacks, make sure to hit that subscribe button.